Yeah, how would you spend your money? So now I would try to divide you into two groups, into two rooms, and I would try to do it automatically. Let's see how will you be divided. So you will be given now a sign, and you click on the link, and you will get into this or that room, yeah, session room. So try to discuss this problematic question. Once again, you have been given £1 million to be spent in a specific way to prepare this talk. Yeah. So now I'd like to listen to your pair, how you are discussing. Try to discuss in English, not to switch into Russian. If you don't know any word, just wait for me to come to your room and ask. Well, and then we will be back together, and you will give me the result of your project. What have you decided? Okay, so let's try. So that's Max and George are in the one room. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah. Let's do it once again, because I want you to work with girls. So then I will do that. In just a minute. So we want 2 rooms, and for room number 1, that will be George and Sasha, and for room number 2, that will be Maxim and Sveta. Okay, try to enter your session rooms. Yeah. So click on the link. Okay, start discussing, Sveta, and who are you with, George? Yeah, Max, okay. So Maxim and Sveta try to discuss. Well, I try to listen to you a little.
Okay. Hello, Sveta.
Hello, Maxim.
Sveta, can you imagine such a situation when you just suddenly get £1 million?
Well, I can say that it is going to be a really unusual situation.
Probably yes. And can you
authentic question?
It's a nice idea.
Yeah.
And what about maybe like restoring some old parts of Moscow?
Restoring
some parts, some parts of Moscow, like Chertanovo or Butovo, to make it
look
look
better. Yeah, it actually makes sense, but I think it's see this areas can actually handle without our restoring campaign, but I think it's more important to get some money, to get money to save some of the oldest parts of Moscow, like, for example, some cinemas, vintage cinemas, for example, something like Darnik cinema.
Oh, it's a nice idea, by the way, to open a summer theater somewhere in Moscow, or yes, on somewhere in the park of Gorkova, maybe, or Sokolniki, with all abilities, comfortable chairs and armchairs,
Stadium.
maybe
But
like a stadium.
I'm not sure if it's going to.
Well, but it was their invention, so if they hadn't created these systems, so it would not exist, and probably we couldn't make money using this system. So I think they got their money because of their because of their hard work. So if they just was sitting on the sofa and watching TV, they would never become so rich. What do you think? What do you think about it?
Well, I can say that you told me a really correct thing. And I can say that the idea of investigation, as you've said,
Investing.
yeah, is really good. But what do you think about starting your own business? It is like investing also, but in another way.
You know, it's really interesting idea because you all percentages you have said, it just will not go to other people. So if I create my own business, I will get all the money, but it can be some problems because you need to.
There can be some problems.
There can be some problems because you need to think about just the rent of the room. Some maybe you need to repair something in this building, buy a lot of just technique or some new technologies for more fast producing of anything. So it's really complicated, and if you don't know how to do this, you might need some help.
To be honest, I'm not so keen on such important things nowadays as oil and как он называется? Как будет уголь?
Coal.
Coal.
I liked your idea about culture center, but I suppose the center about Eda will be more interesting because the history of the city goes to many years before our era. So maybe it's going to be more interesting.
Yes, like Shogun's main place.
Try to come to some conclusion because we are going to be back to our main class. Okay.
Okay.
I really appreciate your idea about Edo.
So we are back again. Yeah, we are together now. So now I'd like you to tell us about your project. What have you decided where to spend this £1 million, which was given to you, to be spent on some really specific, in a really specific way, on some issues, yeah, what troubles you, maybe all our society. Well, let's start with Sveta and Maxim. Yeah, so your pair, you've discussed something interesting. So what have you decided on the money spend?
So we decided that the best idea is to create your own business. Of course, it can be really complicated. You might need some help from other people, but it will make some profit at first, so you won't just donate it to somebody. And apart from investigating to some firms, just for example, bitcoins, they are not really stable. You can not make money, but even lose some.
Okay.
So the business is a lot more stable sphere where you can work.
Sphere of business, yeah? Like
Sphere of
that.
business, yeah.
Okay, so open your business like that and make a profit. Well, good luck. Okay, so Sasha and George, what have you decided on how to spend your money?
Okay, we decided to open in Moscow the culture center or the history of Edo, because this city has a long history with
It's very important.
yes, with a lot of intrigues, many battles, many interesting artifacts. For example,
And many legends.
Legends.
Many legends and traditions. Also, there are a lot of something really interesting things, like the first coin, which was made in Japan, the helmet of Oda Nobunaga, and the katana of Ashikaga Takauji. Yes. So
Okay.
we suppose that this is a so specific thing that is going to be popular. Also, maybe it will be logic to open next to the Japanese restaurant and the souvenir shop.
Okay, you see, nice ideas. Well, culture center, I think it will be popular. Well, don't you think so? Yeah, even if it is open somewhere near the Japanese restaurant, or maybe even Japanese embassy in Moscow. Why not? It's also an alternative, I think, well, to the restaurants. But, well, maybe the restaurant is a more popular place than the embassy, and it will be a better place, well. And open your business, I think it is always a good idea, though sometimes it can be tough work to think about all steps, how to develop your business, yeah, to think about the customers, well, and how you will sell your product. Well, that is really so. Okay.